Hello and welcome to CraigDB and Elite Dangerous. We are now officially live. That is, well, to say we're live, what I mean to say is that the game is now in full release and we are now available for all users to download and play this game. It is no longer a beta version. Anyone can now play it. Well, anyone could play it before if they wanted to buy it, but it was a beta version. It is now a full release. That's what I'm trying to say. Today I'm doing a video simply called a small trade secret. And when I say a small trade secret, it's probably not that big a secret. If I've found out about this, then probably everybody has found out about this. So you'll see I'm now just flying around in a new Cobra. I bought a Cobra for the purpose of trading, being that it's the cheapest vessel you can buy with large amounts of cargo space. I'm just doing some trading at the moment just to try and rack up a few dollars. And the small secret I found in this particular instance, I don't recall the name of the system, but the main factor is that you do not have to actually travel between star systems in order to trade. You can sometimes find trade and profit within the same solar system. And to demonstrate that, I'm going to just show you some basics here, and then we'll go and do some trading and we'll see what we get. So first of all, I'm going to go to the system map here, and this particular system, you'll see here that we have a agricultural and industrial, should I say, system. And what I discovered just recently was that if you go to the individual stations, you will see on the side the trade data information. In this case, we'll see the first one here, Crown Enterprise, is an industrial. Next one again, industrial. Next one again, Littlewood Terminal. This one is an agriculture economy. Again, industrial, industrial. Most of the ones here are industrial, but we have one that's agricultural. As a result, we can trade back and forth between the agricultural and the industrial systems, stations. And that's what we're about to do. So, we'll just get out of the system chart for the moment. We'll go to Starport Services, and I'm already loaded up at the moment. We'll just have a look and see what I've got. Now, the main benefit, obviously, in being able to trade within the same solar system is that it's going to cost a lot less in fuel, because you don't have to actually hyperjump. Especially in a Cobra, they're not exactly the most economical, most fuel-efficient vessels in the fleet. Let's have a look at the commodities here, but yes, we'll have a look at how much fuel it is actually costing me at the same time when we go and do this trading. I've decked my Cobra out to be able to take 40 tons of units, or 40 units of cargo, and I've currently bought some tobacco. I've bought it at 4,324. So that's my base price that I have bought it for. You can see it over on the side there as well, if I can hold steady. 4,324 credits per item. So that's what I've bought that for. We shall now basically look for another system. What I found in this particular case, we're currently at Littlewood Terminal, the agricultural centre, and we're just going to go to Bladelock Enterprise, which is pretty much one of the closest. There are other ones around, but I've got to be a little bit careful. We'll have a look at the system map again, because a few of these, because I'm trading tobacco, for example, Crown Enterprise, you'll look at the prohibited items. Tobacco is a prohibited item, so I don't want to actually take it to Crown Enterprise. Eanes Gateway is not a bad place for tobacco. That is an option as well. So if I go back to my Eanes Gateway, is actually probably the closest system to where I am. At the closest starport, should I say, 438 light seconds away. Crown Enterprise is closer, but obviously tobacco is prohibited there. I don't want to go trading illegal goods. I'm going to lock in my destination, and we shall launch. Forgot to look at my fuel. We'll have a look at that when we get back. When we dock, we'll go do a trade run over to there, and then we'll come back, and on the way back hopefully we'll take note of our fuel and see what sort of consumption we are using. I've just killed the main throttle control, and I'm just going to use thrusters at the moment for my docking purposes. I found it a little bit more useful. Rather than using the throttle on my joystick, I just use the thrusters on the keyboard to come in and out of dock. Now, being that we are now live, I have found... Oh, ship scan detected, go away, I'm clean, leave me alone. We've already locked in. I want to turn my landing gear off. Now that I'm outside the dock, I'll engage my throttle. Lean up with the ENGE gateway. And yes, because we are now live, just let the sound go down a little bit there. Because we are now live, there are a lot more players in the game. I have been, in the last couple of days playing, seen a lot of players. The highlight of that being that you see all the different ships that are highlighted. None of them are coming up at the moment, but they've got solid squares and triangles and things like that in my radar. The players come up as a hollow square or triangle or what have you. So that's basically the main identification on a player. I'm going to lock my destination back in again so that I know where I'm going, and we shall engage our Super Cruise mode. 438 light seconds should not take too long to get to. Now, having said that about the fact that there's a lot more players on, I have noticed this system seems to be a little bit empty on players. Nonetheless, I have seen one or two there. Last night, I believe I saw quite a number of players around. This today seems to be a little bit more empty. I don't know if that's just because of being during the day, or whether, I mean, it's during the day here, it's not during the day elsewhere around the world, and this is a global system, so hard to say what to think about that. Might just be that where I am now is not a very particularly popular system. Maybe people will learn of my little trade secret and know that this is one system that you can do that in. Maybe it'll become more popular because of that. Then again, maybe it's a more common feature than I know about. Like I say, if I found it, I'm sure I'm not the only one who's found that you can do this. There's probably plenty of systems you can do it in. Probably systems you can make more profit than I am at this one. I'm making, on one-way trip, I'm making about 400 credit per item. On the way back, maybe about 200, 150 or something like that. It depends. I'll have to check that when we actually head back, see what sort of prices we are actually doing. Getting closer to ENGE gateway now. Having to ease back the throttle so we don't overshoot. I try and keep it somewhere around about the 10-second mark there to try and not overshoot my destination. Sometimes it comes a bit under. Once you go under 5, I find you're pretty much guaranteed to overshoot. I do that a lot anyway. These things happen. At the moment, because I've changed to Macobra, I don't have a kill warrant scanner or an interdictor, so I'm pretty much, and I've just got base lasers, I'm a little bit more vulnerable than I was in the Viper. I still have the Viper, it's just in another location, because I wanted to be able to jump across a few larger hyper jumps. I changed to a vessel more capable of doing so. Since then, I've actually realised you can upgrade your hyper jump drive and upgrade the distance you can jump. Whether a Viper is still going to be capable of that. Now, let's hope. I'm still, yes, I'm within tolerance. And here we are. Alright, ENGE gateway. Yes, I still have Starbuck, which is what I called my Viper. It's quite decked out now, so I don't want to give it away in a big hurry because it's got quite some high-end parts in it. It's got the high-end distributor, some thrusters, all sorts of stuff, high good quality lasers and whatnot in there. I've been doing some decent bounty hunting with that one, so I don't want to give it up in a big hurry. I've just left it parked at VV19. That's the system I was bounty hunting in. I am now going to request docking permission.
Docking request granted.
I now have to find docking bay 2. Deploy my landing gear. Docking bay 2's over the back there. Again, I'm going to kill the throttle and go to just thruster mode. We shall pull in at docking bay 2.
Successful. Engines disengaged.
Let's have a look at what we can buy tobacco, sell our tobacco for. So we bought it at 43.24, I believe I said, and so we'll have a look here, and we're selling it for 47.66. So we're making a profit of 442 credits per item. We've got 40 of them, so I'm going to sell them all. You can see straight up, especially with a large capacity and with a few credits up your sleeve to be able to buy such large capacity, there's 17, almost 18,000 credits straight up on that transaction. So on the way back, the one that I found is quite useful on this one. I'm not making as much on this particular run as I have from other locations. I think that's why I didn't choose to go to Ian's Gateway, is because marine equipment is a bit more expensive here. I can actually buy it cheaper elsewhere, but I know that's going to sell for around 4,200, I believe, on the return trip. So I will buy all of that, another 40 of them.
Cargo hold at maximum capacity.
At the maximum capacity. 382, you can tell this is an English-made game just by that accent there. Kind of reminds me of Doctor Who a little bit for some bizarre reason, just the English accent. 382 credits to refuel at present. I'm not going to refuel right now. What the hell, yes I will. I have been using the fuel scoops lately, just because the Cobra has been a bit fuel thirsty, and so I've just been using the fuel scoops instead to save on money, but I've been making a bit lately since I started this little trade route. So now that we've refueled, we'll actually see what that refueling is when we head back. Again, we will go to, we know that there's only one agricultural, which is Littlewood Terminal. Lock that one in, please Eddie.
Engines engaged.
And away we go. Landing gear retracted. Littlewood Terminal. Wait for Maslock. And away we go. We're heading back to Littlewood Terminal.
4, 3.
We have a quick look once we jump. Just for reference, I have been going to Blaylock Enterprise, has been the one that I've been doing most of my trading at previously. As I said, the item that we're carrying, the what was it? Let's have a look at that one again. Marine equipment, that was the one. A little bit cheaper at Blaylock, so that's why I've been trading there. Get about the same price for the tobacco, but the marine equipment's a bit cheaper to buy there, so I make a bit more profit on the return trip. The speed to pick up a little bit so that we can actually start making some travel distance. Starting to register now. We see a little ship's coming around past behind us. Is he going to turn around and try and interdict? Looks like he's turning around on us. That could be preparations for an interdiction right there. And there it is. Let's see if I can evade him. They've been pretty good in this sector. It's been hard to evade them. Hard battle, this one. Might just submit to this. No, we got away. See you later, sucker. Didn't get me today. With the kind of cargo I have on at the moment and the amount of money invested in it, I don't want to take a chance on losing the battle. And we're about to overshoot. And away we go. A lot of people I've seen talk about they just head straight for the planet and let the planet's gravity pull them out. I've found that if you get too close, it's just very tedious trying to get around and back into super cruise mode. Easier just to go past, turn around, head back. You can see here, we're not so far away this time. It's not going to be so hard to lock in and pull up at this station. And like I said, at the moment we haven't seen any actual players yet. It doesn't look like in this particular instance we're going to see any. So maybe we'll have some chat to some players at some point in a later video or something. I do want to start heading towards the actual war zone sometime soon. There is a particular location. We'll just drop out here back into the normal mode to pull up at Littlewood. And yes, I can't remember the name of the particular system, but there is a system that is apparently known to be the centre of the war as such, quite a battle zone. I do want to start heading towards there sometime soon and get right into the thick of it, join a faction, and get right in amongst the war. For now, let's request docking.
Docking request granted.
Whoa, I just took that a little bit carelessly.
Scan detected.
Wasn't really paying attention to what I was doing there, and so paid the price. Lost all of the shields. Didn't really do any damage to the location, I don't think. Apparently you can actually pay some fines if you
landing gear not deployed.
do some damage to the actual location. Quickly just deploy more landing gear.
Landing gear deployed.
And down we go.
Successful. Engines disengaged.
So we'll have a quick look at how much we've made on that trip. You can see it cost me 33 credits in fuel, which is a lot cheaper especially than a Cobra would take to jump to another system. And then we'll go to the commodities market. We'll have a look at our machines that we've just purchased. What we've got here, marine equipment, and like I said, about 42. So I'll sell all of those. Whoops. If you right click on it, it cancels out the transaction. What do we got here? We've made about another almost 10 grand on the return trip. So all up in that video, I've made nearly 30,000 credits just in this one video alone. So you can see very quickly, it's I've gone from just under 200,000 up to just nearly at 230,000 credits. You can see that it wouldn't take too much trading to make some decent profits right here. it's probably worth soon going to a larger size vessel that'll carry some more cargo space. I could probably sell some equipment to put some more cargo capacity into this Cobra, but I'm not sure that I want to do that. I think I'll put the Cobra aside and then use it as a travel vessel. Might upgrade it to hyperjump drive just so we can get to the battle zone, as I said. That's going to be my next target with this Cobra. I might see if I can somehow get back to my Viper and maybe take it there. Might take the Cobra there, then buy a Sidewinder, crash it, and go back to the Viper, upgrade it to hyperdrive, see if I can get it to the battle zone too. See how it goes. There are a few tricks apparently that's how you can jump from ship to ship without actually travelling back and forth, as you can just buy yourself a 32,000 Sidewinder, then just crash it and give up on the insurance on that one and just go back to your previous ship, and that way you can travel to another ship that you have somewhere without taking the ship that you have. So I can leave my Cobra here and then get back to the Viper, maybe bring it up this way, or take them all to another location, drop everything off at Earth if I wanted to. Anyway, that's how it all works. I just wanted to show that little thing where we can make some quick profits just using the same system. If the same system has two particular economies that will allow for some decent profit. I believe there are places you can make, if you can find a place where there's some good gold trading or platinum trading, I'm sure you'll make some higher profits per transaction, per trip than I am right now. Leave comments on some solar systems that have some really decent profit. We'll see what we can do. Thank you for watching, and I will join you again soon.